Alright, hey guys, Pax, welcome back to another Pokemon Pocket video. As the title states, is going to be an Incineroar EX deck showcase. He is finally back. An absolute powerhouse even before, and then with how buffing him, this guy's an even more absolute monster. This is basically how I feel right now. Insert the Willem Dafoe meme. Yeah, that's me looking up. Just look up at Incineroar, and we just have How watching the sidelines like, yes, this is good. Yes, and speaking of looking up, I'm actually watching the new Superman movie today. Yes, I'm very excited. I should be watching it around 6 hours after I upload this video. And yeah, very excited. Yes, very smooth transition from going from Incineroar to Superman. Perfect. Anyways, a lot of talking. I try to be funny, but this is the deck right here. It's also in the bottom left, as you guys can see. Yes, very fun. I'm sticking primarily with Incineroar. I can very much add, there's a variant of this deck with Heatmore, because Heatmore does, this card right here is primarily ran in this deck to basically go against Oricorio, just kind of deal with Oricorio. Incineroar can still deal with Oricorio given that Fire Fang does do burn damage. And again, I want the main focus to be Incineroar just to see how viable this deck is with the How buff. And yeah, a lot of talking about. Without further ado, let's get right into the deck showcase. Alright, here we are in the first battle. Again, if you guys are new to my deck showcases, the structure for these videos is usually I do one solo battle just to get the feel for the deck, and the next two are going to be in PvP. Okay, yeah, we did go first, which is pretty good if we can evolve into Incineroar. We got How. This is pretty good. Either way, we could get Incineroar out in a couple turns. Okay, great. So he did just feed Kartana. Beast-type as well, didn't attack. Pretty smart on his part. Okay, yeah, we're just doing this pretty slow, but at the same time, next turn, we are pretty much set. Damn, we are just steamrolling, but this is pretty good because, I mean, next turn we can get Incineroar out, and then, yeah, this is, How is amazing. I probably should have gone over this earlier in the video, but yeah, if you guys don't know How, your Decidueye EX, Incineroar EX, or Primarina EX do +3 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So essentially, this is a better Giovanni, because keep in mind, unlike Red, this applies to any Pokemon. So this Kartana is basically screwed. Okay, not bad. Pretty easy battle. Again, slow battle just to get the feel for a deck. This is ideally how you want to play. And yeah, keep in mind, if I attack with Fire Fang, if I use How, I'm doing 80 damage. 80 damage without type advantage. With type advantage, I'm doing 100, which is, yeah, kind of overkill. But it kind of shows that very early in the game, if you can get Incineroar out, if you can get Incineroar out your second turn, How, you can most likely one-shot whatever they have in the active. If you think about like Type Null has 80 health. So yeah, you go first. And in your second turn, your opponent has Type Null out. Evolve into Incineroar, Fire Fang, How, 80 damage. That Type Null is completely shut down. So yeah, a lot of potential. For now, we're just going to do Penny. Just to, yeah, Penny is pretty cool. Very variable, like, because like, look at that. That really does nothing. So hopefully, we were kind of hoping that we would get a, damn, never mind. He used 2 Professor's Researches. Still pretty cool, but either way, it doesn't really matter. Next turn, we are doing 170. This is pretty huge, because How, 140 plus 30, insane damage. And this is a pretty good pairing because granted he didn't get Buzzwole out, pretty unfortunate luck, but if he did get Buzzwole out, I'd be doing 190 damage, which is pretty huge. Okay, yeah, again, pretty easy, but again, just trying to get the feel for a deck. I could Lily, but then again, with Lily, you got to keep in mind, you don't want to heal too much, because if you heal too much, then you won't get the extra damage for your second attack. But for now, it's just How. Look at that. Yeah, this has a lot of potential. 170 damage. That is pretty huge. And yeah, we shall see how this deck performs in PvP. All right, here we are in PvP. Ooh, okay, hand could be a little bit better. Okay, if anything, we can get Torracat out our second turn, but he is using Eevee. Okay, yeah, this is not good. Okay, yeah, Pokeball. So we do have both Liddens out. However, okay, this is pretty unfortunate because he might be using a LEAFEON, Flareon, and Sylveon deck. Yeah, with that being said, next turn I might be screwed. I might as well Penny. I think the only thing I can really do right now is Penny. Okay, so he only used Pokeball. I need to get a Professor's Research. Please give me one. Perfect. Okay, this is good. This is good. We have a chance. If he can get, ideally, a Rare Candy, this will be huge. Okay, Incineroar and Rare Candy? No. Okay. Okay, this is not the worst. For now, we might as well just play like this. Yeah, I think this is how we usually... Okay. The good thing is that next turn I could get Incineroar out unless he red cards me. For now, and my turn. Yeah, because most likely he's gonna evolve into LEAFEON this turn, and then just do 70 damage to this Litten right here. Okay, I mean it still works overall. Interesting though. I thought he would evolve into LEAFEON. He might be doing this tactically, possibly, but at the same time, I guess he just got pretty bad RNG. We did get pretty bad RNG as well. We finally got that Rare Candy. Okay, so right now I have 2 choices. I can either Professor's Research or how. Honestly, I might play this a bit risky, so I could just do this for now. I pretty much have all the cards I need, so I mean, Professor's Researching won't really help me as much. I'm a how. I have how next turn. This turn, I'm only doing 80 damage, which, I mean, yeah, it won't kill, but it will apply a bit of pressure. Because, I mean, he has 8 cards. If he gets a Tails this turn, okay, he got Tails. Okay, yeah. So now he either has to evolve or switch out Eevee. Okay, interesting. So he does evolve into Flareon. It might be GG. I mean, yeah, the only way he really wins is if he places another evolution. Okay, yeah, damn. That's interesting. That's basically RNG diff. Like, that's gonna definitely happen. His deck that he's using prioritizes and is getting as much cards as you can. And given that, I mean, he did Sylveon Professor's Research combo and got jack shit. So, but it kind of shows how offensive you can be with how. Like, yeah, in that scenario, I kind of forced him to evolve. Either evolve or retreat. All right, next battle. Oh my gosh, this might be the golden hand. How, Rare Candy, Penny just for a little bit of RNG, and Incineroar. Perfect. Okay, so we're pretty much set. As long as he doesn't red card me. So please, you can do whatever you want. Sure, Poison Jab. I'll take some poison, but just don't. Please do not red card me. Okay, nice. All he did pretty much was Professor's Research, placed down Guzzler, and then attacked. Okay, for now, this might be a bit risky because I do want to kill this Wooper right here. I'm gonna do Penny. And this is the scary thing about Penny is that if I get, actually, first of all, I'm gonna evolve just in case I get Iono, because I could very much get Iono and just get messed up completely. I think the worst thing I can get is a Sabrina, because I do want to target this Wooper right here. Okay, perfect. Okay, Professor's Research, very good. Nice. Might as well just Pokeball, pretty much useless at this point. We got everything we need. Do that. Fire Fang, killing this Wooper, perfect. I love this burn damage. Burn is so good. Because you could potentially do 70 damage if the burn still stays. But yeah, you got Tails, GG. Interesting. Plays down Guzzlord. Ooh, Guzzlord can be a madness next turn. But you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna chill like this. Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna chill like this. Grindcore is very scary. Again, if you guys don't know, essentially Team Rocket's Grunt. Could howl right now, but I'm gonna save it for later because in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Because next turn, if his Grindcore fails, I basically won. There's really nothing he could do. So this is where the gamble comes in. Okay, here we go. Grindcoring. I believe. RNG is on my side. There's no way. Okay. Pretty rough, but okay, let's see. Okay, that doesn't really matter, but this is pretty good. Either way, oh my gosh, I'm doing a ton of damage to Guzzlord. And we got perfect. We got Lily as well. Okay, screw it. You know what? I'm gonna play it safe. I'm a Lily. There's still a chance that he could. If he has a Lusamine, he can easily kill me next turn. But this is pretty good. Bright side, he's still burnt, so I'm just going to do this. So yeah, I'm saving How for next turn, hopefully. And then hopefully next turn I can get another Incineroar. I do this, doing 50 damage. There were really two choices. If I How'd, he would be at 20 damage. But for this coin flip, he would have had to get Tails. He got Heads right here. So, I mean, yeah, hindsight-wise, it's kind of good that I did save How. Okay, he did Grindcore. Interesting. Is this actually going to work this time? It doesn't really matter. I already won because of How. But this is pretty good. I mean, okay, yeah, he did that. Do it again, please. Okay, it doesn't matter. GG. Really GG. I thought that he would probably Lusamine because he has 1 energy in the discard. If he did Lusamine, that would be pretty huge. Able to do Tyrannical Hole. But nevertheless, How? Look at that. Incineroar doesn't even need to use his second attack. This is how good it is. It's 60 damage. Look at that. 80 plus the burnt damage. GG. And yeah, granted, this deck has potential to cook. All right, so for the last battle, we're going to be competing in ranked. Going second, our hand could be a little bit better. There is potential, but we shall see. All right, so for now, all I'm going to do pretty much is Rocky Helmet, Fiat Litten. Herdier only does, if he does evolve into Herdier, only does 30 damage. And Styland requires 2 energy, so I should be set for next turn. However, next turn, I might be forced to use Iono. Because looking at our hand, not really that good. I mean, yeah, this is... We need to get Incineroar out as fast as possible. I mean, that's how the deck is kind of built to be. Okay, so I could Iono, but you know, I'm trusting in the Professor. Professor, give me something good. A rare candy in any Pokemon would be ideal. So Lily, gosh, okay, this is not good. Okay, there is a chance. Next turn, please. I have to get... Okay, there's a chance I still survive. So on the bright side, he didn't evolve into Lillipup. Interesting, I don't know what he's cooking. But on the bright side, okay, I could lose if he evolves into Curlia. It's like, yeah, just flat out lose. But we shall see. On the bright side, if he does evolve into what's her name? Gallade. Okay, he does that. Interesting. This is a very awkward, like, yeah, first rounds. Perfect. Incineroar. Hey, what's up, man? Okay, I am... Alright. Okay, so for now, I am gonna Lily. Now, Lilying right here will make it so my third ability won't do as much damage. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, I can one-shot all his Pokemon as of right now. And this is pretty good because Gallade, at that point, if Gallade does attack next turn, he's doing 130 damage. I was at 140 HP at that point, so if he paired that with Red, yeah, it would have been GG. So just in case I did this... Okay, here we go. Here we go. Little does he know I have freaking How. How will do... Okay, How will one-shot. Yeah, if he attacks me right now... Okay, this is... Wow. Yeah, this was planned out very well. So, okay, he Giant Caped, putting him at 190 HP. I can only do 170. But luckily, I did have that Rocky Helmet. And without this Rocky Helmet, I would have lost. But look at this. How... Incineroar, fully built, 170. GG. Yeah, this is Incineroar in a nutshell. Like, how... That plus 30 damage is insane. Like, with that, you can one-shot pretty much most of the Pokemon in the game. And yeah, overall, a lot of fun. Like, this guy, yeah, How really did change the meta, in my opinion. And yeah, with the addition of How into the game, this guy went from a beast to an absolute monster. And yeah, that's the Incineroar EX deck showcase. Overall, a lot of fun. Like, yeah, in my opinion, like, even without How, I found this guy to be a lot of fun. But with the addition of that supporter card, yes, this guy is a monster. Like, he, again, doing 80 damage your second turn is huge. Especially if you're going against something like freaking Buzzwole EX. Like, you're basically one-shotting most of his cards your second turn. Like, if you can get Incineroar out, let's just look at the Buzzwole deck right here. So yeah, we have Kartana getting one-shotted. Formosa, one-shotted, even with Giant Cape because of type advantage. And then Buzzwole EX, like, he's screwed no matter what. If you can get Scar Charge smashed down, you're able to do 190 damage paired with How. So even with Giant Cape, this guy doesn't stand a chance. Because with the addition of a lot of broken fire type cards, yeah, this deck, I mean, you might get slowly phased out in the meta. Currently, I did the meta report, and this guy is still relatively prominent, but I wouldn't be surprised if things change, because, yeah, going against Incineroar, like, you really stand no chance if your opponent gets built up pretty fast. But yeah, it's Incineroar EX deck showcase. I probably rate this deck probably S tier, like A+ to S tier, around there. If you're running into issues with Lucario, again, you can pretty much just run, what's his name? You can very much run Heatmore, again, if you're running into that issue. But overall, I mean, again, keep in mind, Incineroar does do 20 to 40 damage to Lucario, the burnt damage. And comparing this deck to Charizard EX, if you want to compare it to, let's just pull it up right here. If you want to pair it to a Charizard EX deck, in my opinion, you're going to have a lot more fun with Incineroar. Because for this guy, I mean, keep in mind, once you get him out, you're basically wasting a turn with Stoke. So you use Stoke. Granted, next turn you can do 150 damage, which is a lot. But even with Rare Candy, in my opinion, it does feel relatively slow. And keep in mind, there might be circumstances where you just can't get Rare Candy out, and you might have to build this guy manually, which is even worse. Whereas for this guy, once you get him out, you're already doing 50 to 100 damage just with Fire Fang. So yeah, keep in mind, this guy has a lot of potential. And even without him, Torracat hits for a decent amount, as well as Litten. The only downside is that you really have to kind of like be aware of your recoil, because that could end you the game. But yeah, a lot of talking. I'm just really excited for Superman. Leave a like if you like Superman. If you hate him, leave a like as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the video, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Peace.